this past week, I have realized one of the reasons why, like, to the little, as they say, $1 million question that people have been asking, like, why, like, black people don't stick together. Black Americans don't stick together. And I've, like, figured it out. Like, I've seen why. Well, one of the reasons why. One of the reasons why is because if they stick together and they're like in the workforce or whatever, or not if they're in the workforce, they have to like pretty much like just not like they have to be separate and have to be like pretty much uh, against other black Americans. They have to do that just to even keep a steady job. I realized, and it, like throughout my, I guess 12 years of being in the workforce, I realized this, that they force other black people to be against each other just to keep something as simple as a steady job. And I realized over the years they have voice, other black people have voice that they don't like this, but they have to do this to keep a steady job. They have to. And this is what they do. Racists in these small towns in the South, they force black people to be against each other. They pretend like they're on their side and all sort of stuff, and then force them to pretty much like do degrading things, a lot of degrading things that they could legally get away with to other black people because they don't like black people as a whole. And so they make them do that just to keep a job, steady job. And I realized that I like the whole time in my life that because I didn't go against other people in general, like these racists wanted me to, it was a problem. Because I didn't specifically go against other black people, like, unless they went against me. That's the only time I went. But I didn't see them go against me. I'm not going against anybody for anything. I don't care what race they are. That's how I've always been. Unless they're going against me. But if I didn't see that, I wasn't like that. And this is the kind of games they play to make people like keep steady jobs and they play with their promotions, all this little stuff at these jobs and all kind of stuff. And if you had gotten any promotions or whatever, like the whole time I was like, I wasn't doing it deliberately, but like I've been raised up in a town where it's predominantly white. It doesn't have that many black Americans, and in this southern town, and because of that, like, that don't bother me, but because of that, like, every friend I pretty much had was not black. They were white or Hispanic or something else. I didn't have any black friends. And I was fine with that because I'm the type, I was raised to be friends with whoever wanted to be friends with me, regardless of the race. Well, so I gravitated because, like, I've had, like, mainly white friends, I gravitated towards that, mainly towards that demographic. That's another thing they play on, because if you grew up in a racist town, they know that you're gonna gravitate towards that demographic because that's what you have been raised up around, and they play on that when it comes to anything in life. And because I started since I was an adult to be unbiased, and the older I get, the more unbiased I am. They take advantage of that and they get mad. They get really pissed off because they want, like, in all sectors, like, black people to be so separated, and they play on that. It was so bad one time, like, and people keep asking why black people are so divided in this country. It was so bad to the point where I remember one time I was at a job interview one time in my life, and little black people was talking to each other and all that stuff. They started out talking to me, and then they seen how the people in that company that I did not know that were white or some other race, but not black, they seen how they were acting funny towards me. So they start talking to each other. They stopped talking to me, start talking to each other, and were like, well, and the girl was like, well, I thought you were going to ask her a question. I don't know what's going on with her, so I'm not staying away from that. And this is what they do to keep steady jobs. It's sad. If you have to do this for a job, you don't need it. I don't care where it's at. You do not need it. You don't need it. You don't deserve it. You don't need it. It's not meant for you. Keep hunting until you find something. But you can't tell some of these dumb black people nothing. I'm black, and I saw how they were, like, playing on that because of the demographic that we grew up around. Like, that's how they were playing on. And I'm the type, like, because I don't, like, hate people based on the color of their skin. Like, I always been, like, really, really, like, how do you say it, like, really nice and loving towards everybody until they give me a reason not to be. Like, because I don't care what race you are. Like, I don't care nothing about none of that. And I might say some stuff or whatever because I tell the truth, even if it, like, it bothers people. Like, I have to tell the truth. And another reason why is, like, black people have been divided since the beginning of time. Like, they've been, like, people keep playing on this to have little vocal points, speaking points on this or whatever. Since slavery times, a lot of black people were slave owners. They don't want to talk about that in the United States. A lot of them were. They even were. So if they were against their own people then, they're going to be against their own people now. Like, why would you, like, sit up there and be so dumb to not accept that fact? Some were back then against their own people to the point they were against their own families because maybe they didn't look the way that they wanted them to look. So, and there's things like that now, like, where, like, us as black people, like, we have to, like, deal with, like, some of our own family members might not even accept us because maybe, like, we either don't look the way they want us to look or not the same race that they want us, that they are and they want us to be. So you understand that too, like, so, and that builds up a lot of mental issues too also. So, like, that's why, and they be doing this mess since the beginning of time. Like, stop sitting there making excuses for people, other black people know to stop making excuses for people in general. Um, I'm tired of seeing like videos on here talking about like how black people are like so divided because it's just how they been. It's not because of the PTSD or whatever because of slavery, because a lot of black people are the reason that slavery happened. It's so like they are the problem. Like other black people are the problem. I'm not part of the problem because like I'm trying to like act differently, but a lot of us have like families that are a part of the problem, and they're not gonna sit there and admit it. They are part of the problem. That's why they don't like um they don't agree with. That's probably why they don't agree with me specifically, because they are a part of the problem. So if they're a part of the problem, and I myself as well as others are trying to make them see this, they're when we already know, like they already know, and they're just refusing and then want to stay a part of the problem. Like at this point, like just let them stay where they're at and just do your own thing. You can't control other people. I'm just gonna try, and I can't be around some people right now because of finance and stuff, but like um the ones that I can be around probably later on, probably be around them, and that's it. Like I mean, a lot of black people are screwed up mentally to start with. Like it's sad, but like it's not sad at the same time because like they keep wanting to be play the victim, and they are a part of the problem. Like, and I'm saying they because I'm not part of the problem. I'm trying to be different, and I myself have been put into a place right now in life where I have like a lot of people going against me because I'm trying to do what's right in life, and they just want to do, everybody else just want to do what's wrong, and I can't change that. So that is why people are so divided, because it's so little of us that are trying to do the right things in life and trying to do the right thing in general. And there's a large amount of people in the black community that want to do everything that's wrong, want to go against other people for things as simple as jobs, want to like even their own family. They will even go against some of them. Like I was even told by a family member like not to come and apply for a job somewhere where they used to work at when they was working there, because like that they were the manager and that they didn't want me to come there, and a black person now complain about racism, and the people start looking at it and treating them funny, and uh, potentially do something to like end up making them either quit the job or get fired. This is a problem. Like that's one of the main reasons why, like, because of finances. Where like, but they don't want to tell you. They don't want to. They want to say, "Oh, we all just need to get along." When they're not trying to get along, they don't want to change. They're part of the problem, because it's a lot of them. We have a lot in our families that are like the token black people, as I call it, the token black people, and they don't want to change. And since they don't want to change, they want to ignore the issues that are going on, like things as simple as racism and all that stuff. And because like even when it's affecting them, because it's not affecting them on a deeper level, like it's affecting like people like myself, they want to like, they would even like, I've even been told by like close family members and stuff, like lies. I had them look me in the face after I was like almost attacked, almost physically attacked by racists. Like I had them look me in the eye and tell me that I was making up things. And they were at a place where, and the same person now was at a place where they got hurt at work, and all these known racists at this place were like lied and said this person, after they seen this person got hurt, they lied and said that this person didn't get hurt. They didn't see it. And see, this is what I mean. Like and they do it. It's not just because of the job. It's because of like a lot of times they do it out of jealousy, because they know that you look better than them or smarter than them and stuff like that, and they want to stay ahead, or what they think of as ahead. And what they fail to understand is they might be ahead for right now, but they don't mean they're gonna stay ahead. And if they, whatever the mess that they're doing to try to stay ahead, that's only temporary. Because if people are that evil like this, like, what do you think is gonna happen to them? Like, and so this is the mess that's going on. Like, and a lot of times they do it out of jealousy. Like, they team up with these racists out of jealousy because they know that you look better than them, and maybe they're jealous, and that's why they do it. That's why they go against you, whatever. Other black people go against other black people because maybe those black people that they're going against look better or smarter or more educated than they are, when really it's their problem. And if they don't look the best, you can always do something to fix yourself up, to make yourself look better. That's not anybody else's problem. That's your problem. You can always do things to make yourself more presentable than what you are. You can always do things to, like, be more educated, especially when you have a certain type of income, and they don't use the money on these type of things. They use the money on like things like food and other things that they don't necessarily need. They only need enough to live off of. Instead, they eat their life away and be like really, really, really over obese, and then get mad at other black people when, like, yeah, I might, like, okay, I'm just going to be honest. Yeah, I might be obese, but like, or they say like a little obese or whatever, but like I'm not over to the point where I'm like 3, and 400 pounds. Like, these people are like very overweight to the point where, like, and then they'll get mad for you not being that bad overweight, stuff like that. And when there's ways they can take all that money they get, instead they choose to eat their life away, and they get mad at you for not choosing to do that. And you take most of your money and spend it other things and trying to better your life. They get mad when they had the same 24 hours. They could have done the same thing. This is the type of things we have to battle against, and then we got to battle against, like, not only other black women, we got to battle against other black men that are the same way. Some of them are more feminine than us, and then they want to sit around, and they're not a part of the LGBTQ community. So don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't even bring them into this. A lot of them are just like that, and they're more feminine than us, and they talk more than us women. They all kind of other stuff, like keep a lot of mess going, drama going. Like, it's a lot. And then we gotta go against them like being jealous of us, looking better than them, and they're men. Like, why are you trying to compete with a female and you're a male? Compete with another male. Don't compete with a female, because, like, that's a whole different arena. Like, you got to stay in your gender. Like, seriously. Like, it's crazy. Like, I can understand if they were part of LGBTQ community. That's different, but a lot of them are not, and they still doing this. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, they're still doing this. Like, and they're still doing this. Why are you competing with a whole female and you're a male? Like, seriously. And we have to battle against them. Like, and hear constantly how they say that us black females are not this or not that. And they're not half the things that they expect out of women. Us women. They're not half of the things. And maybe we are, and they just don't know it because they're too dumb to be able to find out, or they just, like I said, it all boils down to not just necessarily being dumb. Some of just lack common sense, to their basic common sense that other people have to be able to find out. Like, so they just want to be in, like, stereotypes, like, to make themselves feel better, because then we got racists that's out here, racist women that's out here pumping these black men's like heads up, like, to they're making them think that they're better than us, and they're not. So we got all this too. So, like, and then you got other black men against other black men, other black women against other black women, all this little stuff. So, and then you got the racists. Like, that's a lot. How, like, y'all want to sit here and talk about stuff like that? That is a lot. Like, and then a lot of us have kids. We got to sit here and take care of kids. How we going to sit here and we got to battle against these black fools, and then we got to battle against these racist fools, and then we got to take care of our kids? That's a lot. That is a lot. That is a lot. And then y'all want to sit here, oh, y'all ain't doing this, you ain't doing it. How come all this and all that sort of stuff? Well, like, that's why. Like, and then a lot of them want to sit there and use their kids as an excuse to team up with these type of people. They're teaming up with these type, oh, I got a kid, I got to take care of. You black fool, you ain't going to be able to take care of that kid if you keep teaming up with that person, because they're going to have you in jail, fool. They're going to have your black self in jail. And we're going to see how you take care of that kid behind those bars. Yeah, like, that's stupid. Stupid. And then we have to battle against these type of people, like, every day. That's a lie. That is a lie. And, like, that is why, like, a lot of black people, like, are at a certain level, because, like, these fools, we got these fools. Then we got old fools that are black. They old as dirt. And then, and they so dumb that they die and don't leave them kids nothing. Leave their kids with nothing. Because these black fools end up dying and not having nothing to leave their kids. Because they so fucking, I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to keep it clean. But they're so selfish. They're so selfish. Like, they only care about themselves. This is the issue. They only care about themselves. And then they tell them, well, care about your kid. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't care about your kid. You care about yourself. You care about yourself. You don't care about your kid. Because if you care about your kid, you wouldn't be that dumb black fool sitting up there teaming up with these other black fools that's going against other black people that are not bothering you. They're not even worried about you. People like myself are not even worried about you. We didn't even care. Y'all are nobody to us. We don't even care about y'all. We don't care. Y'all black nobodies. We don't care. Them as well as myself, we are tired of hearing these stupid videos. I'm tired. Every time I turn on freaking YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, I see stupid videos of stupid black people on here talking about like a nut like black people don't do this, black people don't do. How can we? How can we? When we got y'all black fools out here keeping us from doing it. How can we? How can we like do anything? Part of the reason why some of us are blackballed from opportunities and stuff and all kind of other stuff, blackballed from getting certain jobs and all this other stuff, even though we are qualified education-wise. I am part of the most educated group and race of women in this country, which is black women in this country. And I am still blackballed from getting certain jobs. And only jobs they want to give me is freaking jobs in plants and warehouses. They don't want to give me no jobs I'm qualified to work while I went to school, which is not plants and warehouses. And then when they give me the plants and warehouses, they do me wrong on that because I get the lowest paid out of everybody in there, or I don't get the promotions that I'm supposed to get, or the raises, every raise that I get that I'm supposed to get. We have been saying this, and then like y'all sit up there, what? How can anybody do anything? Y'all keeping the other white people that are like me, myself, from doing anything. Y'all out here sitting there saying, they don't do this, they don't do that. How can they do anything? Y'all black fools out here keeping us from get to a certain level. Y'all are the problem. Not me, because I'm not contributing to the problem. Yeah, I might be from people that are part of the problem. Yes, I might be. And they're mad at me right now because I don't want to contribute to the problem. No. I'm not going to be part of the problem. I don't care. They continue being part of the problem, but guess what? We all got to die someday, and they're going to have to answer for that. You go to church all you want to, it ain't going to help you. I promise you it ain't. Anyways, you can pray all you want to. I promise you it ain't going to help you. But anyways, as I was saying, that is why, and I'm tired of seeing these stupid videos. They won't come together. How can we when, like what I just told you about an instance? I was at a freaking place. It's been some. This has happened so many times throughout my life from working. I've been at plenty of places where they was in there other people was talking to each other, and then they look at me and then don't say nothing because they see, well, they start out talking to me and they see how the people at that plant or warehouse, these racists, don't like me for some odd reason. And it's not just race, it's soul, because so I don't know if these black people have sold their soul, I don't know. But it's something weird going on. And they could tell the moment after I talked to them, and they started to funny with these racists and double teaming, like ganging up on me. And I don't even know these people. I don't know these black people. Like, it's crazy. I don't even know how, I got so many family members, I don't even know half of them by myself. Like, it's crazy. And then they want to sit here and pretend like it's normal. It's not normal. People are crazy. It's not normal. Like, nothing about this is normal. But I just wanted to get on here and say that, and then we have our own family members going against us also, on top of that, because we won't accept racism. We won't accept other people mistreating us. We won't accept our own families mistreating us. We won't accept random people we don't know mistreating us. We won't accept all kind of stuff. And then have them sit there and say, well, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? You can't do nothing about it, and stuff like that, and taunt us and say that. That is why no things get done. That's why black people don't stick together. We got these evil older people also that's doing a lot of this mess, and they're teaching a lot of these younger people the mess, and they're continuing the mess. That is why. And y'all want to sit up there and make little videos well, why don't they do this? Why don't they do that? Well, talk to these older dumb fools. Talk to them. Now, I don't want to see any more videos on here about other, like, you keep putting videos on here why black people don't do this, don't do that, why they don't stick together. Ask these older people that want stuff to stay separated. Because they want to kiss these racists' butt. That's why. You know, and they teaching these younger people that are younger than me, some of them, like, to do the same thing. Ask them about that. Force them to fix that. Because right now, this mess is going on right now, it's going to stay the same unless that's fixed first. I'm tired of seeing all these stupid videos on here talking about, like, trying to, like, even other races had the nerve to get on here and say some stuff. You know why? You know why? Black people need to stick together. And then I saw it. Let me tell you another thing, another instance, okay? Some years ago, I was at a job, right? But anyways, I'm gonna tell you a story about that after I tell you about this. I seen a video on here about a Hispanic guy on here talking about black people need to stick together and all sorts of other stuff. That's why he got what he got and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that might be true, whatever the case may be, whatever. But it's deeper than that. Let me tell you, since you don't want to speak on it, I'm gonna speak on it. Well, I was at a job some years ago, and there was Hispanic people out there. They was marching in front of the black people that the ones that you say don't stick together. The racists was marching these mugs in front of us. Had them thinking they was better than us. Dogging us out. And then they gonna have the nerve to turn it back, Thompson, tell the other person, don't worry about her and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, what? And then looking at me, Thompson, don't worry about me and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, what? And all this other stuff. These fools, I'm sitting there thinking like, and it was as black as me. I'm sitting there thinking, did these fools think that color of their skin just fell out the sky? These fools think they colors, because I see other black people. I don't care if they consider themselves Hispanic. And some of them was blacker than me. Then gonna have the nerve to get on. This really pissed me off. It really pissed me off. And then had the nerve to say this. And they are part of the problem. They are part of the problem. They're letting these racists use them to march them in front of other black people and stuff. To think that they color of their skin just fell out the sky. And these same black people they putting down, that they color that their skin came from. But you don't want me to get into that though. And it really pissed me off and then they thought, man, it really pissed me off. And then had nerve call me the N-word, and I'm like, if you don't sit down, you sitting there blacker than me. Most of them were blacker than me or as black as me. They were, man, I can't even talk. Brainwashed. I'm sitting there looking at them like, if you don't sit down, black as me, with your black self, black, crusty, rusty looking self, and I'm gonna go put some oil on your skin and walk around looking like that. Keep playing with me. Keep playing me if I put some oil on your skin, your dried skin. See, they're blacker than me. Her nappier than mine. Her nappier than mine. And then had the nerve to say this mess. That's why, because y'all are part of the problem too. Then we don't have, it's not just we got to fight against other black people. We got to fight against them too. And there's some of them, and the messed up part is some of them are us. Oh, y'all, so y'all thought that skin color, it just appeared. It just fell out the sky. And it pissed me off to the point where I was sitting there thinking like I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I'm not even gonna say what I thought. I'm not gonna say what I thought. I was so embarrassed. But anyways, yeah, that's all I had to say because it made me mad. Like, no, what I was gonna say, that I just had to say that because they need to, like, this mess need to stop that. Oh, we better. That's how we stick together. Like, well, maybe some of you could stick together if y'all stop marching all these people in front of them and keeping us divided and stuff. Like, start there first. You are part of the problem. You are a part of the problem. And a lot of those people that I'm talking about was black as me or blacker than me. Hair nappier than mine. Like, I'm sick of this. Like, I don't know, they have some type of identity crisis or what, I don't know. They had the nerve to sit there and talk to these racists, tell me I don't have an identity crisis. If you don't sit down, blacker than me. Sick of it. And this don't go for everybody else. This goes for the racists. The racists. Specifically, I'm not talking about every single law because it's something that got common sense, but it's a lot in the South. They're out here marching these people in front of us, and these fools really think that they brown colored skin just fell out the sky. It just fell out the sky. No, fool. These same black people that you out here trying to, that they marching you in front of, you from. It really pissed me off. That's all I had to say. And they were racist. I'm not talking about everybody Hispanic, because not everybody Hispanic is some that got common sense. But these fools are specifically, the specific ones I'm talking about, they are racist. Like, how can you sit up there and be racist? You sit up there black as me. Or if you real brown skin, what if you're minority in general, you can't be racist. They'll use you and discard you like yesterday's trash, just like the black person that you over there double teaming them with. Not double teaming with, but either double teaming them with or talking about with them. Haven't you learned? Haven't you learned throughout the years? I know you've been here long enough. And don't sit here and tell me that I can't sit here and talk about that because diverse as my family is. I can talk about it. And then to sit there I'm like, oh, they got the right black person. When they done it, I said it to myself. They got the right black person, cause from them two, and then they gonna sit here and then talk. These fools are so dumb, specifically, that they was out there talking about me. Didn't even know that I could. My multiracial, multicultural family is also Hispanic. But these fools too dumb to know that. They dumb. But they was over there looking at, because she ain't light skinned. And they start, Man, I am sick. I like at this point I am sick of the South. Like, can we just like throw these fools, even the black ones that want to act stupid, like off on the island, like and start over? Can we do that? At this point, that's all I want to know. Can we? And just start over. I was so embarrassed. And like at them the ones who did that mess specifically, and they had the right black person, the one that's from Hispanic people too. Also, these so dumb. So don't sit here and tell me I can't talk about you. Yeah, you might can say that to some of these other black folks or whatever the case may be, but you can't say that to me or my family members because, yeah. But it really pissed me off because, like I said, like that's mixed in there too with them. Think I went back and way back then and chose that to be mixed in my family? Heck no. And then we're gonna say, and well, I seen a comment where it said they embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to them in the South. The ones that's racist specifically. I'm talking about not all, because it's some got common sense, thank God. But if these ones that's out here and they just like the black ones. Like, man, I'm just like, it didn't even want to say why we hadn't got to a certain level. We got all these people like they placing in front of us, specifically me and myself right now. They're out here placing everybody they can in front of. Everybody they can. Blackballing from jobs, lying, saying, I do this, I do that, all kind of stuff. It'd be a lie. But it's a lie. But, like, because they are the right color in their words, they're going to believe it. And then to apply for certain jobs or whatever. And I went to college. And then these jobs sit here tell me that I ain't qualified. And then they going to put little Susie Q that I went to school with. So I'm just going to say a crazy name, but I don't know what name is. But I'm not going to say her name right here. That I went to school with that don't have any experience in it. They're going to say you have to have 3 years to 5 years experience in that area. And I know personally they didn't have no experience in that. And then they're going to throw them in there. And they're going to sit there and tell me that I'm not qualified. Because they're not black. We got stuff like this. And then, and I'm more educated than she is. But, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we have all these issues and like, it's hard to get past that. Like, it's crazy. And then we got like older people that want to pretend like we the problem. We are the problem when they are the problem because they accept racism and all kind of other crazy stuff to keep the job they had and are telling us to be okay with that. How can you be okay with somebody like harassing you because of the color of your skin? Calling you the N-word. Telling you every day that you at work that you ain't you're not the right color. Trying to fight you. Grown men. And then they want to sit here and lie and say that we don't want to work. I can understand why certain ones don't want to work now. I can. Because they keep doing this foolishness to make them not want to work. And don't nobody in the right mind want to go in there with these fools without a mind. Sick of it. But that's all I had to say. I'm tired of hearing that stupid mess. I want every single video talking about things you can't. There is nothing that can be done. They have let it go so far. It's over. Like, I'm tired of seeing the videos. That's all I have to say.